able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants. Now it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And there's a foul ball.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Inside corner for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
That one missed. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now here is Jacob Wilson. Ground ball right side. Polanco takes it himself. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight.
Third baseman, Addison Barger.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
And that gets down into the gap. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. The Blue Jays take the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0. Here's George Springer. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And a big swing and a miss.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Next one misses. Ball 1. Now this one gets away from the catcher. No advance, though. Here's the 2-2. Goes down swinging. Back here at Citi Field. And the starter for Toronto, Shane Bieber. What do we have on him? Chandler Simpson up now for the Mets.
Drive. Ball.
This one in the air, center field. Varsho on the move. 1 up, 1 down. And first offering is fouled off. Lindor swings through that one. The shortstop takes the ball. And that one hammered. That's back there. And that baby's gone. A solo shot. And we're level. It's 1-1. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here's Juan Soto. And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty. And first offering is fouled off. Tied up here in the early going. Tapped on the ground softly to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And Bichette is all set for the start of the inning. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Varsho in his 6th season, 29 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2017. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 1-2. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2-2 on the way. Out towards right center field. Robert on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The 0-1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It gets down, a base hit. The throw in. Safe at second. He legs out the double.
I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Man at second.
Ball.
In the dirt. The 1-2. And that just misses. On the ground, right side. Simeon, toss over to first. And there are 2 outs. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Ha!
0-2 now as he swings through it. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And
he takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in Queens, bottom of the 2nd. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets. In the air out towards right center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Second baseman, Marcus Simeon.
On the ground to third, Barger. Zips it to first.
You're up.
Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. And the batter now, Brett Beatty. Swings through that.
for whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one. Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That one inside. Look out. Fouls one off. 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Line to right, and this one could be extra bases.
kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
In the dirt. Varsho gets under it. That is the inning. Back here at Citi Field. And now for the Jays, Jacob Wilson. Fouled off down the right side. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. From his knees, the throw.
He's out.
Nicely done for the out. He swings and fouls one off. 0-1 now. And he hits a ground ball right side in plenty of time to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. His dad, a Hall of Famer. Jr. debuted at the age of 20 back in 2019. And then in April of 2025 signed that monster 14-year, $500 million deal. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Up the middle. Nice grab. Over to first. Throw is low, and oh, nearly a great play. The scoop goes in and out of the glove. Swings through that one. Out to short. Lindor flips it, and they get the out. Set for the bottom of the third, and stepping in for New York, Luis Robert Jr. Foul ball there.
Well, these Mets, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today. Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right.
Robert on the go. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
And that's the middle part of the game we're talking about. The starter's been dominant out there, and he probably feels like he has the chance to finish this one out.
Should be extra bases. Robert on his way around third. He'll score, and they've tied it.
Back-to-back base hits. That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. Got himself 2 bags on a great swing of the bat.
Lindor swings through it for strike 1. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 on, nobody out, a run in here in the last half of the third. And there's a ball.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
That one misses, and the count's full. Ripped to right. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Next offering is downstairs.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
The next offering misses. Full count now. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The kick, the 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Grounded out his first time up. Hit on the ground, might be 2. To Jimenez. What a double play that was. Inning over. On to the 4th. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Swings through that one for strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. That's
Ball
down
1.
and in. Here's a 1-2. Got him looking. And one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Late swing, foul to the left. The 0-1. That one fouled off. In the air to left center. Soto should have this one 2 away. Here's Andres Jimenez. 0 for 1 so far. And that's a fair ball. The 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Next
Ball.
pitch misses. Going to count 1-2. Out to short. Lindor. Jump throw. On the money. Nice play. Bottom of the 4th. And stepping in for New York, Jorge Polanco. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Ball.
And that's outside. Ball 2. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Gone! That ball was crushed. He'll take a trot around the bases. Now the third baseman, Brett Beatty. And a swing and a miss. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
That one ripped. One down. Out to short. Wilson fires to first in time. 2 down, bases empty. Luis Robert Jr. digs in now. This to third. Barger. And that's the 3rd out. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Anthony Santander. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Well, these Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Stays alive. Lined into right. That's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here comes the 0-1. And a foul ball. The 0-2. This one in the air center field. Robert under it. One away. Addison Barger will hit next. 1 for 2. High fly ball right field. Simpson under it. That's out number 2. Vladdy, 27 years old, and he was born in Canada. Fouled off left side. On the ground to third. And that's a fair ball. Soto gets it back in quickly. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the.
This ball is hammered deep center field. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. A 3-run homer. And the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 5-4. So 2 down. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. This one belted deep left field. On its way. Gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. Time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. They've hit another. And they tack one on the board. It's 7-4. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Ground ball to the right side. He steps on the bag. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Back here in Queens, here's the Mets leadoff man, Chandler Simpson. To the right side. Guerrero steps on the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out. This one smoked on its way out of here. Another homer. His second. Run of the game, Tyler Rogers takes over on the mound.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Out number 2. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And he won around. Rule to swing. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Swing and a ground ball. And it goes just foul. On the ground. Wilson. Whips it to first. And that is that. Back here at Citi Field, here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Luke Weaver gets the ball now. And that one fouled off. Swings through that. In the air, right field. Simpson has a beat on it. And there's one down. Sliced hard but foul. Late on that fastball.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Now 2 away. 2 outs. Base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Jacob Wilson. 0 for 3 in this one. Strike 1.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Lindor on to first. That's the inning. Back here in Queens. Well, we go bottom 6. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
1-1 now. Ripped, but it curls foul.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Not close with that one, and the count is 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. The next pitch misses, and the count's full. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Next for the Mets, second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Braden Fisher comes on now.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
The 0-1. Springer racing after it. And there's one down. 1 out, man at first. So up next for New York, Brett Beatty.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Check swing, went around, and the count 1-1.
Ball.
Tried to check his swing, appeal to third. No swing, just held it back there. And a payoff pitch. Polanco on the go. The Jays trying to protect a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner goes again. Throw to second, out there, and that ends the inning. Top of inning number 7, and now for the Jays, Addison Barger. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Comes up empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. That's to third. Throws to first in time, and 2 away to start the 7th. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's going to be George Springer.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
And the 0-1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Simpson moving under this one. And that'll do it. Set for the last half of the seventh. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. That one outside. Ball one. That clips a corner. Gets him to chase after that one.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Just missed.
Really nice 2-strike pitch right there. Very tempting, but couldn't get the chase.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Springer settles underneath it and makes the grab. And there's one away. The new pitcher in the game, Tommy Nance.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations. Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
He did not go around. The 1-2. That one missed. Good eye right there. Now he breaks his bat. The underhand flip. Pretty nice play there. So back to the top of the order. And next for New York, Chandler Simpson. Check swing. No appeal. Ball one.
Just missed with a good breaking ball in. Looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
2 down, nobody on. On the ground, out to short. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back here at Citi Field. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Foul ball there. Almost got him. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. That one hammered center field. That's got a chance. Jumps, but it's off his glove. You can kiss it goodbye. Another homer. His 2nd homer of the night. This one in the air, center field. And there's 2 down. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swings and sends a rocket to right. And that is that. Back here in Queens. To the bottom of the 8th, Brendan Little on to pitch out of the pen here. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Soto, the next to hit, takes outside.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Oh, look at the stop. Off balance feed. There's 1 and 2. What a play.
Next for the Mets, designated hitter, Bo Bichette.
Started after it. Appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. 2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled away. That one misses. Ball 1. And that will end the inning. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Anthony Santander. Brooks Raley gets the call from the pen. Tap foul at the plate. And a foul ball. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. One away on the strikeout. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And a man aboard.
It's been a rough one for him so far at the plate. But that'll help. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Kazuma Okamoto now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. And the runner stays where he is. Swings through that one out in front that time. Strike 2. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That one carrying. You can kiss it goodbye. A laser to left. And they add to the lead. It's 10-5. So 2 down. So up next for Toronto, George Springer. In the air to left center. Soto on the move to the gap. And that is that. Back here in Queens. And stepping in for New York, Jorge. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Jimmy Garcia.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
In the air, left field. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Ball.
Just
Inside.
off the inside edge. Next offering is fouled back. Man at second.
That's a
Simeon
check. What do
started
you got?
after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he held up. And ball 4, 2 aboard. So up next for New York, Brett Beatty. For 3. What a stop. There's one. They get the double
That's an
play, and just 1 out to go now.
Up next for the Mets, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
Fouled off left side. 0-1.
Ball.
2 outs and a runner at third. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. Throw to first. Ball game.